Hello! Today I am going to tell you a story about Mischief the cat. Mischief the cat was often getting into trouble. Every morning, about half an hour before his owner Joe wanted to get up, Mischief would bounce onto the bed and wake him. Today was no exception. He was getting hungry and wanted Joe to get him a breakfast. At first, Joe pretended to be asleep, but Mischief started to tap his face with his paw and cry loudly on his ear. He wasn't going to give up, so Joe got up, and they went downstairs. They just got into the kitchen when Mischief jumped onto the table and knocked over a flower vase. Joe got annoyed and began to clear away the broken vase. Mischief was starting to get impatient. He was still waiting for his breakfast. While he was waiting for Joe and cleaning up the mess, Mischief noticed the box of cat food on the shelf above the table. He wondered how he could get up there. He thought it might be too high to jump, and he knew he wasn't allowed up there. But he jumped there anyway, and only just once on the shelf, Mischief could smell his food, and he really wanted to eat it. He didn't want to wait for Joe to get it for him, so he tapped the box a few times with his paw, and until it fell down onto the floor. Joe had just finished clearing away the broken glass, and now Mischief had got cat food all over the floor. Joe was beginning to get angry. "Mischief! Now what you have done? I've got to get ready for work soon, and I'll never get there on time if you keep knocking things over," said Joe. Mischief meowed innocently at him. "And get down from there," Joe added, "before you knock anything else over." Mischief didn't get down. Instead, he sat on the shelf and watched Joe hurrying around and getting more and more. "I suppose I'd better put all this broken glass in the bin outside," said Joe, "and you'd be better on the floor when I come back." Joe left the kitchen with a bag of broken glass. When Joe got back inside, Mischief was on the floor, just as Joe had asked. He was happily eating the cat food that he'd knocked over. Finally, he got his breakfast. Joe sighed and smiled. He bent down to stroke Mischief, who was still happily eating. "You are a mischievous cat, but you are a good company."